And good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to day 3 of the 2018 Region 7 TCCAA Region Tournament here at Chattanooga State. I'm Mark Dennis along with Fielder Dennis, and we're going to bring you today's losers bracket elimination game between the 5th seeded Cleveland State Cougars against the 2 seed Motlow State Bucks. As mentioned, both teams have a loss. This loser of this game will be out of the tournament. Let's get it right to the lineups real quick. Starting off for Cleveland State, leading off at second base, Noah Hill. Center field, Brandon Mason. Batting third, the catcher, Hunter Oliver. Fourth, the DH, Logan Peterson. Fifth, the first baseman, Joey Roberson. Third base, Rhett Baldwin. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Cameron Payne. At shortstop, Trey Vanderpool. And batting ninth, Caleb Collins, the right fielder.
Catcher number 20.
On the mound for Cleveland State
Paul
is the pitcher Hooper Mills.
And pitching number 14, Tyler Harmon.
Going back over to the Bucks lineup real quickly. Center field leading off, Nathan Sanders. Paul McIntosh is the catcher. Troy Weatherly, the first baseman. Left field, Colin Smith. The third baseman, DeAndre Pitts. DHing, John Mangini. Shortstop, Jake Chaney. At second base, Patrick Music. In right field, Paul Rahman. And the pitcher for the Bucks is going to be Tyler Hansen. Fielder, going back to Hooper Mills, we know he's a left-hander and has been their #1 starter for the year, but what's the stats current line on him?
Yeah, Hooper Mills is a sophomore. He started 12 games. He's 8-3 on the season. 3 complete games, 74 2/3 innings pitched, 4.22 ERA with 74 strikeouts, only 34 walks. Has allowed 5 homers on the season.
Leading off for the Cougs is the second baseman, Noah Hill. Hill had a really good day yesterday. Unfortunately, they lost against Walter State. Played hard. Really close game up until about the 8th inning, but just wasn't able to hold them off. So we're going to get ready to go right now. First pitch, fouled off for a strike, 0-1. Pitcher for the Bucks is going to be Tyler Hansen. We should have gone over his stats real quick. Tell us about, what do you know about him right now, Fielder?
Yeah, when you're talking about a right-handed hurler, as that pitch is fouled off, he's 3-3 on the season, 5.2 ERA. Number jumps out to me. Has allowed 11 home runs on the season, so he's kind of got an over-the-top delivery, may leave the fastball high, and is susceptible to the big fly.
It's actually Tyler Harmon. I apologize for that. He's a freshman from Huntsville, Alabama. Next pitch is high, off-speed pitch.
Yeah, interesting delivery by Harmon here. Kind of goes, we saw it with Gillian yesterday for Walter State. He goes behind his head over the top.
Another spinner that's high again for a ball to even up the count, 2-2. Fastball fouled off again, a little bit late with the swing. Evens the count still at 2-2. We're down to 6 teams right now. After we've got another slate of 4 games, and after today we will be down to 3 teams. We're going to have 2 elimination games this morning. This game right now, and then after this game will be, the next game will be Chattanooga State versus Dyersburg State, and a winner's bracket final following that between Walter State and Ball State. Swing and a miss by Hill, but I think he's going to get to first base on a pass ball. Credit on the strikeout, but the runner advances to first. So a good start for the Cougs.
Brings up number 3,
now bring up the center fielder,
Brandon Mason.
Yeah, very fortunate start there for Cleveland State. Not a great pitch to swing at for Hill, but he is on first base, which that's what matters most. So Brandon Mason did a nice job hitting the ball against Walters yesterday. Let's see if he can see the pitch out of Harmon's hand here early.
Yeah, he really did have a good day. Got off to a quick start with a couple of doubles first 2 times up. Fastball way in here for a ball, 1-0. This is Motlow's 3rd game as well as Cleveland State. You know, Fielder, we get into this portion of the tournament now. We're deep into it.
Oh, yeah.
Pitching staffs have been really starting to get thin. So we're going to really have to watch this, and it's going to be probably the hitting's going to really start tilting aggressively based on the pitching being so thin.
Yeah, you see the offense take a spike, and while you got to figure out what teams have the most depth and if they can utilize that depth in the bullpen.
That fastball wristed off. Nice play by Pitts. He's going to pick it up, but he is not going to get there in time. Mason on with a base hit. So we've got men on first and second. And bring up the big swinger, Hunter Oliver, the catcher.
Number 28, catcher, Hunter Oliver.
Oliver is a sophomore from Cleveland, Tennessee, hometown Cleveland, Tennessee. Had a good first day, kind of off a little bit yesterday, but he is dangerous anytime he's up at the plate. And this is a great opportunity for Coach Mike Policastro's squad here to jump out in front of a very potent Motlow State team that we've seen over the last 2 days.
Yeah, a lot of games have started with the first inning teams jumping out in front. Now, if they can sustain that lead, that's to be determined.
Curveball way high, 1-0. So far, we're seeing Harmon struggling with that off-speed pitch, which happens often, especially early in the game. Pitcher trying to get a feel for it. Another spinner for a strike. McIntosh is going to go back out again for a conference. Motlow's coming off a extremely exciting win yesterday against Columbia State. We sat and called that game, and it started off Motlow getting behind throughout the game, and they had a big inning towards the end and crawled ahead, and then ended up winning on a walk-off base hit. We thought for a while they might be exiting early here, but they were able to pull that out and gave them some momentum going into the day. 1-1 pitch coming. Fastball outside for a ball, 2-1.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Columbia State was in here in control of that game yesterday for, I would say, a good portion of it. And then at the end, the Motlow State Bucks, they just kind of grabbed the steering wheel, and the offense took over with a Johnny Mangini walk-off double. So credit the Bucks for that rally late.
Curveball way high. He really, like I said, he's trying to get his feel for it, but he's struggling with it right now, and he's 3-1 in the danger of loading the bases with nobody out. Fastball reached, swung by Oliver, missed, kind of reached for the outside pitch. Don't know if that exactly was in the strike zone, but brings us to a full count here with nobody out, men on first and second. Fastball out for ball, and we've got loaded bases here. Motlow's digging themselves a big hole potentially.
Number 15, Logan.
Motlow's got to be a little concerned here early. Their pitcher not able to find the zone, but they've got the kind of offense that can make up for all types of pitching troubles. So they're really focused on getting into the batter's box while just trying to subdue the other team's offense.
That'll bring up the DH, Logan Peterson. First pitch coming, fouled off by Peterson into the parking lot area. Now, this tournament's had ebbs and flows. I mean, especially Motlow's side, getting the first game of their tournament, getting behind early quickly, clawing their way back. Same thing really happened again yesterday. They were kind of asleep for 3/4 of the game, and kind of we're back into that scenario here today. Fastball outside for a ball, 1-1. You keep doing that, and
it's harder to get back.
Yeah, sooner or later it is finally going to bite you.
And now they already have the one loss, as you said. So in an elimination game, you really don't have any room for error to sleepwalk through.
1-1 pitch coming. Fastball in the outside corner for a strike, 1-2. Peterson, the DH today. Fly ball down the right field line. I think it's going to go foul. Excuse me there. out of play there, so I'll come back to 1-2. Real quick, the spray chart for the Bucks on defense. Smith in left, Sanders in center, Rahman in right field, Pitts at third, Cheney at shortstop, Music at second, Weatherly at first, McIntosh behind the plate, and as mentioned, Harmon on the mound. 1-2 pitch coming. Fastball.
Ooh, that was close.
A little low, but close
Yeah.
there. Yeah, close to take with 2 strikes, but brings us to a 2-2 count. Harmon wants this pitch coming here. He doesn't want to go to a full count. Nobody does, but with bases loaded in the first inning, he really wants to try to get Peterson to do something at this point right here.
Yeah, big at bat here early in the game. Nobody out, 3 runners on, and Peterson, if he could find a gap, could clear these bases rather quickly. And it looks like we have an errant ball into the field of play.
Crowd starting to kind of move in here. It's early, obviously 10 o'clock in the mornings. People just getting into the flow of baseball.
Some of them still waking up.
Yeah, last night's game didn't end until right at midnight or right after, so. Daylight play, and that's going to be, oh, he dropped it. If he hadn't dropped it, that would have been an out. He definitely caught Mason napping there a little bit, and that happens a lot when you have a base loaded and second. The guy on second is kind of not thinking as much and kind of can lull to sleep there, and that's the best time to do a daylight play.
Yeah, Motlow's really familiar with the daylight play. A couple of those I got caught on yesterday.
Pitch coming here, full count, and that's rocketed to right. Rahman's going to catch that on the line drive. Nice play by him. He's going to bring it back in, but that will score a run for the Cougars. 1-0.
Yeah, nice play there by Rahman. A nice little leaping catch. Doesn't make that. There could be a lot more damage done. So you take the out, you allow the run. It's only 1, so now you got to work around 2 runners on. The double play ball is in effect.
Yep, you'll try to run for an out, and that'll bring up first baseman Joey Robertson. Ground ball here will get you out of the inning, and 1 run with the bases loaded, nobody out. They'll live with that any day. Ground ball hard, they might just get that. Second baseman to short, and oh no, not by Weatherly. That's going to cost them another run. Weatherly couldn't come up with that pick.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker there. You get out of the inning, you only allow 1 run, and not a great throw, but Weatherly unable to make the pick, and now you're still on defense, and you got a hot hitter, at least he was 2 days ago, and Rhett Baldwin.
Yeah, Rhett Baldwin up, the third baseman, had I believe a 5-for-5 day the first day. 4-for-4 I know for sure, but anyway, he was a little bit off yesterday, but yes, he is dangerous at any time. Man on first now. Fastball down and in for a ball.
Didn't have as many hits against Walters, but still did a good job of squaring the ball up on a couple occasions.
Yeah, lefty there, he's dangerous. Harmon to the stretch. 2 outs here. Fastball swung and fouled off back towards the tennis courts behind us. We had a full slate the last 2 days of 4 games, and we're looking at another day of 4 games here to whittle down to 3. And then tomorrow, I'll give you the schedule real quick after this pitch. Spinner way high for a ball. Tomorrow we'll have a noon game between the last losers bracket game between the final 2 one-loss teams, and the winner of that will take on the only undefeated team in the championship game at 3 o'clock. Fastball way in for ball 3-1, and then in the event that loser wins that game, there'll be an all-in game on Friday at 1 o'clock. So we're moving our way towards to where the rubber hits the road now.
Yep.
Fastball way in for a walk, and Baldwin runs to first. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Cameron Payne.
Number 22 left fielder.
Yeah, Payne was a big hitter yesterday with scoring in that 6-run affair by Cleveland State. He got a couple doubles in the gap, so he turned on a couple pitches and see if he gets something inside, he may be able to turn his hips quickly.
Harmon delivers. Outside again. He's, like most of the pitchers we've seen here in this tournament, having trouble getting command of their pitches, especially at the beginning. As mentioned, we're down deep in staffs now. Some of the pitchers we're going to be seeing now probably are 5 and 6 down the pipe. Not a lot of innings. I think Harmon has thrown a good amount of innings for the Bucks. I think he was looking over his stat earlier. He's actually in around the third or fourth, the third most innings. So it really, he's one of these guys that's deep experience. So it shouldn't be too much of a big moment for him as far as being kind of rusty. So
yeah,
he's thrown a ball, so it's 2-0, and third baseman Pitts is going to go talk to him. Probably just keep trying to settle him down a little bit. They're one pitch away from getting out of his. He's got a lineup, and I'm sure Pitts is saying, "Look, just take your time. We got bats. You know what we can do." So.
Yeah, and Cleveland State's kind of had a luxury with pitching. They're throwing their ace, Hooper Mills, who's coming off an injury, albeit, but he is their number one. His stuff is there, so if he could find a rhythm, they could be in business.
Fastball way outside again, 3-0. He's kind of aiming it. You can see that he's really, he's obviously wants to throw strikes, but sometimes when you just want to throw strikes so bad, you start aiming, and aiming it almost multiplies the problem in the first place. 3-0 pitch laid in there for a strike. 3-1. So here we are with a good hitter's pitch. Payne should be really narrowing the box of what he's looking for. Something that he can really drive and barrel up, hit hard. 3-1 pitch. Oh, not a little off the bat there. That's going to be a problem. That's going to flare right in front of center field there for a run. Sanders gets it back in, throws it into Pitts, and that's going to make it 3-0. Just the start that Coach Mike Policastro was looking for. This is something that Motlow's not at. This is what they dealt with for the first two games. Period.
Yeah, like you said, off the end of the bat, a little cue shot, drops it in right in front of Sanders, but it's not shallow enough for the middle infield to make a play, so they move the line along, and Vanderpool gets an opportunity.
Trey Vanderpool, the shortstop, the 8-hole hitter. Fastball laid in there for a strike. 0-1, 2 outs here at the top of the first inning. We're just getting started here from Chattanooga State. Beautiful day. No wind right now. Fastball flared out of bounds towards the field house. Had a lot of wind the first day.
Yes.
The play-in day
Sunday,
and the beginning of maybe the beginning of the first day in the morning, but it's kind of tailed off. And the wind has not been an issue the last 2 days for sure.
Yeah. Much to the chagrin of some of these offenses.
Yes. Oh-2 pitch grounded up the middle, just out of the reach of Cheney, and Coach Policastro is going to hold that runner. Good throw in by Sanders. So we've got bases loaded, and the merry-go-round continues.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Policastro elects to hold the runner like you said. Baldwin not a whole lot of speed, rounding second base, and doesn't want to test Sanders' arm. Though in that throw-in, Weatherly was late to cut that one off as it rolled all the way to McIntosh. But why make the last out at home plate for Cleveland State?
One of the rules that Coach McShay is going to come out to talk to Harmon and bring his infield in.
Yeah, they just done a steady job, Motlow State, of getting behind in this first inning. They were down forward.
Being very demonstrative with the discussion, talking about moving their feet, it looks like.
It looks like he's trying to light a fire under his infield.
He's definitely
here.
The mouth is definitely moving very quickly, so he's trying to wake them up.
Yeah.
This is the third game now that they've gone into a deficit early. They were asleep. I hate the word asleep, but they literally were, I thought, yesterday. And that happens after they lost a hard game the night before. They were favored. They're the second seed in this tournament. And they were asleep for 3/4 of the time yesterday, and we kind of thought that might have been it. And
Yeah.
they did what they needed to do at the end with the help of some errors by Columbia State. But, we mentioned, you keep rolling the dice like this, and sooner or later, the joke's going to be on you.
Yeah, it was looking bleak there for the Bucks, and then they turned it on late when they needed to. So see if they can jumpstart something
First
here.
pitch to Collins, the 9-hole hitter. So we batted around here for the Cougars, taken for a ball, 1-0. And we get some activity in the Motlow State bullpen, which is surprising. It's like number 21, a lefty. Here's the pitch. Harmon called for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, these are the kind of games where you've got to find outs. And if your starting pitcher isn't getting outs, then you've got to go to your secondary and other options in the bullpen.
It's red alert. Fastball fouled off directly right back at us. So he's on that pitch. Harmon doesn't look to have a lot of velocity. He's probably, he's laying it up there. So, he's not going to be any stretch being an overpowering guy. So, the feeling it's going to be, we haven't seen Cooper Mills yet, but, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to be a lot. I would imagine some offense here today. Oh, the fastball reached for a strike and strikes out Collins. That's kind of a big moment for Harmon. 3 runs came in for the Cougars. So, the Bucks find themselves down 3-0. Heading into their home half of the first, and we'll be right back.
For Cleveland State.
And here we go to the bottom of the first inning, leading off for
Oliver.
the Bucks is the center fielder, Nate Sanders, and he's going to be facing Hooper Mills, who, as we mentioned, is the Cougars' #1 starter. What's the quick stat on Hooper?
Well, Hooper's also a hitter at a 303 clip, but pitching-wise, he's 8 wins, 4.22 ERA, so we'll see what he can get today for the Cougars. Nice pitch there.
Yeah, first pitch swing and miss by Sanders. Yeah, Coach Paulie Castro mentioned that he's been battling some arm ailments. Probably would have pitched that first game if he was completely healthy.
Yeah, in terms of arms that they've got, if they can get 6 or 7 out of Hooper Mills, and you've got Greg Ty in the bullpen who shut down the who was that, Jackson? Dyersburg offense earlier.
0-2 pitch coming, swing and miss, popped up to the shortstop. No, I think Baldwin's going to take it. Yeah, he'll take it for the first out. Good start for Mills.
So the Cougars are positioned here to maybe all goes according to plan.
That'll bring up the catcher, big swinging Paul McIntosh. Yeah, the road now is going to be tough. We're looking at the bracket. starting now, a team with either one of these two teams are going to have to win 5 games to get out of this thing, and that's
a lot of games.
Task. Fastball strike on the outside corner. Considering now they've already played 2, so. Fastball outside for a ball, 1-1. McIntosh is the beginning of the 4-person murder row there that Motlow's going to bring. We've tabbed as far as the big sluggers. Big swing by McIntosh on the off-speed pitch, which is what you're going to need for a strike. It's really to me that's the secret with these guys. You have to change speeds, and if Mills can do that, I think you'll have the best chance of success.
Yep, definitely. Good pitch.
Pitch for a ball, 2-2. Mills looks like he has kind of a nice, easy-going wind-up. You know, kind of just a fluid, not coming at you hard or anything like that. Kind of lull you to sleep. We kind of saw that last night with the Motlow State pitcher. Mills goes low for a ball. Run the count full. And the fastball way outside. That'll give him a free pass to first for a walk. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Troy Weatherly. We've mentioned this in the past during the tournament. Weatherly leads the nation in home runs. This Motlow State team, as a team, leads the nation in home runs. Although we haven't seen.
They've hit 1 yesterday.
They hit one in this
Sanders,
tournament.
not the usual suspect for a home run.
Came in thinking we'd see them running around all the time, but that's the credit to the opposing pitchers and of teams they've played. First pitch coming from Mills. Outside wide for ball, 1-0. Mills is, as Harmon was, trying to work the beginning kinks out here and get into the consistency with hitting the zone. Weatherly doesn't have a big lead at first. He's just giving a token. First pitch coming, or second pitch is mightily swung and missed by Weatherly. Looking to hit the ball out towards Amicola Highway on the other side of the trees.
Yeah, yesterday Weatherly gave one a ride, but it hooked foul, but it went a long distance here late in the inning against Columbia.
Which is popped up behind the first base dugout into the parking lot. So Weatherly is behind 1-2 with 1 out. Ground ball, base hit just out of the reach of Vanderpool. That'll leave runners on first and second. Bring up who I consider really so far the most dangerous hitter for the Bucks, Colin Smith in left field. Now, we've seen him hit a couple of scuds the first night, and I believe he had a couple of hits yesterday. I mean, so far, per plate appearance, he seems to be the most consistent. He's barreling the ball up almost every time. So.
Yeah, we've seen teams previously shift on him. He pulls to the left side, but the Cougars want to keep that double play ball intact here, so they're not doing that.
Ball outside. Mills has really been missing way outside. Not starting that fastball off in the middle of the plate and letting it tail away. He's trying to find his rhythm. Fastball in the dirt. For a ball, 2-0, and he's moving in that same direction that Harmon did in the first inning.
Arm side run, if you will.
Yeah, he's playing with dynamite here. Two-0 pitch. Swing and miss. Big swing by Smith, missed it for strike, 2-1. Want to remind everybody, we're following on Twitter now. We've had a lot of activity yesterday and last night. Want to hear some communication from you guys. Really appreciate the the feedback we're getting, and just knowing you're following the game, we'll have results every half inning. You can see on Twitter if you're not able to see. Whoa! Hard hit ball to Mills. He stopped it somehow, and gathered himself, and threw the ball to first base in time. I don't know if he stopped it with his feet. Ball stayed right there on the mound. We've had a couple of those during this tournament.
Yeah.
Credit Mills, he kept his composure, found the ball in time to get Smith for the second out. He's going to bring Pitts up. But going back to Twitter, Fielder's doing a great job of updating you every half inning. If you're not able to watch the game here on the YouTube channel, you can catch every half inning reaction, what's going on. So we appreciate that, and keep us informed of what's going on, and love that banter.
Yeah, follow us. We're up to 120 followers. We're climbing here.
Next pitch by Mills, the ball 1-0. Everything's a work in progress here. Working the kinks out even in day 3. Pitch by Mills. Fisted off, foul behind us. Pitch just missed it. 2 outs here. The men on second and third.
Good pitch.
Nice pitch off speed. Just, I guess, missed high. I don't know. That was close, but the ultimate judge didn't think that was where it needed to be. So, 2-1. Oh, a nice changeup there. Had Pitts way out front. For a strike, 2-2. Base open. Mangini coming up next, the DH. Hoping to get a chance here in this inning.
Yeah, he was the hero yesterday.
2-2 pitch, tailed off outside. Pitts thought about chasing after it, but decided not to, so he's going to get another pitch to look at here. Full count.
It's got a base open, and there's a lefty on deck.
And the fastball tails away for a ball, so we're kind of in that same situation that Motlow was in the top, bases loaded, although now we just have 2 out. We have 2 outs.
Why face 3 hitters when you can go 6 or 7?
Second walk given up by Mills here in the first inning.
Looks like
Not how you want to go. Walks are going to hurt you. We've seen that from other teams during this tournament.
Looks like
That's a universal rule.
Yep. Mangini may be a switch hitter here as he batted left yesterday. Now he switched to the right side.
Mangini swings and a miss for strike, 1-0. Number 10 here, yes, the DH hitter.
A lot of home runs, 10 on the year, 30 RBIs, big hits and doubles, but a lot of strikeouts as well for Mangini, so we'll see if Hooper Mills can take advantage.
Fastball, or a curveball catches him looking for a strike, 0-2, so Mills is out in front here in the count. No place to put him. Outfield playing somewhat deep, definitely in center field and left. A lot of respect from Mangini. And a swing and a miss on a curve, and Mills passes the big test in the first inning. And the Cougars will come into bat here in the top of the second, holding a 3-0 lead over Motlow.
Number 7, Noah Hill.
And we're back here to the top of the second inning for the Cleveland State Cougars, up 3-0, and we're going to be back up at the top of the order. Noah Hill, second baseman. Noah struck out last time up, but he reached on a pass ball. And there's a hard hit ball up the middle, out towards Sanders. He'll pick it up and bring it back in before Hill rounds first base.
And we talk about how important table setters are for lineups, and Noah Hill does a good job of that towards the top of the lineup, hitting on the season with a 340 average. That brings up the Chattanooga product. That's Brandon Mason from CCS, Chattanooga Christian.
There we go. Yeah, we knew he was from Chattanooga. We just never had to do some background work on that.
Former Charger, now playing for the Cougars.
Pitch by Harmon is bunted nicely by Mason. Oh, hello. I don't know what went. That's just Harmon was going to pick it up, and then he decided, kind of walked over it and thought Pitts was going to pick it up. Pitts thought Harmon was going to pick it up. Now we got men on first and second. Definitely a defensive miscue there, and now we're going to go for a base hit.
He kind of deked him there with a hop over, little hockey move.
Yeah, so here we are with Oliver. Same type of inning starting for the Cougs, and that'll bring some. I think Coach McShay's might be getting to the point where he's got to make a move here because he's got that lefty working in the bullpen again. Now he's throwing the ball over his head, moves runners to second and third. I think it's getting close to red alert time now for Motlow. He's got that lefty warming up, number 21. Harmon's definitely shaking a little bit. I think that play there kind of, I don't know, he's been struggling anyway, but that was really a play that needed to be made.
Nice bit of small ball there. Like you said, a pretty good bunt. He popped it up. That's not what you want to do, but he wasn't reeled in, and it hopped.
Fortunately,
and it was in
he didn't
between.
hit it hard enough in the air that it went a distance, but you're right. I mean, anytime you see a bunt in the air, you get nervous.
Oof, Oliver's on that.
Takes a big cut there for a cripple pitch, and Harmon is lucky to get that ball back.
Yeah.
1-1's the count. Coach Paulie Castro is smelling blood here and would like to see another 2 or 3 runs at least back up on the board here. Step off by Harmon.
Yeah, Motlow showed yesterday you've got to keep, and 2 nights ago, you've got to keep a lead on them, keep growing a lead. You can't just sit on.
In this league especially, right? I mean, it's...
With this lineup and with the walks that happen here, you've got to be on it.
Daylight throw and much not quick enough. Music was hands out, trying to get Harmon to make the spin, but Mason was back. Oliver wants to at least get the ball in the outfield. Right side is open. He wants to ground between first and second, but
good pitch.
Floating curveball gets in there for the zone for 1 and 2.
Yeah, Oliver's been in a bit of a funk lately. He had a pretty good opening day, but struggled against Walter State, and it's one of those deals where he's been in a couple crucial at bats and hasn't really been able to deliver. Let's see if he can change that.
Oh, and reach. Oh, Auburn does a good job of reaching on the outside pitch, knocks it in for base hit, and that's going to bring 2 runs in. Mason's going to make it easily, and here we got a 5-0 lead by the Cougars. Good job by Oliver doing the fundamental hitting right there, hitting the outside pitch and taking it to the right side where it was empty.
Yeah, it looks like he was listening to me there and delivers as he drives in 2 more runs. So if they can get Oliver going, this Cougar lineup can be a pretty tough one to face.
Well, we're here to help.
Yeah.
We just want to be listened to, and we have the right answers.
That's right.
Pitch by Harmon is high to Logan Peterson, the DH. We get so frustrated up here because we're trying to tell them what to do, all the teams. Some listen, some don't.
Sometimes they don't listen, yeah.
Wow. Triple hit right between short and third. Quickly out to Smith. He gets it in for a base hit. And Logan Peterson. So that is by my count, 4 singles in a row. And here comes Dan McShay.
Yeah,
I think that's
he's got a
good chance that's going to be it here for Harmon. We'll watch and see what happens here, but we have a lefty getting warmed up, and it looks like we'll see if that's what's going to happen. He hasn't given us he's going to wait a couple minutes, I'm sure the lefty time to pitch a couple more and get completely ready, but it looks like he's throwing strikes back there over there, so. 5-0 is the score here in the top of the second. 9-inning games we play here, so, but you know what? There's 10-run rules after 5 and all that stuff that's going to get factored in here if this thing gets out of hand, even though Motlow's got that lineup, but man alive. And there's the word. He's going to go to the lefty, number 21.
Yeah, that looks like Chandler Hardiman.
I think we've seen Hardiman once or at least twice in this tournament so far. We'll get right back to Hardiman stats here in a minute.
Pitching for Motlow State.
And we're back here, and coming in to pitch for the Bucks is the left-hander Chandler Hardiman. Fielder, real quick. I know we've seen him before, but what is the stat real quick on him?
3-0 on the season, 26 and 1/3 inning pitch, 27 strikeouts, 10 walks, a 2.05 ERA. So Coach McShay leans on this left-handed hurler to get him out of jams.
Well, he's going to face right off the get the first baseman, Joey Roberson, here with men on first and second. Nobody out. Roberson reaches to bunt, pulls it back, but not in time takes a strike, 0-1. Roberson reached on a fielder's choice last time. We're going to have another meeting here between Pitts. A lot of
that may be
discussions here going on here from Motlow.
That may be reflective of last time there was a bunt played.
Exactly. The book would say that Pitts is going to stay back at third. He wants Hardiman to cover that third base line, and that's probably what he told him. Pitts is watching here to see, and there's this bunt attempt again, although he pulled back. It's not a strike, so it's 1-1. You're right. The book says bunt the ball down the third base line and make the pitcher field it because the third baseman would want to stay back and try to get that guy at third. Hardiman's left-handed, so it's easier for him to lean over there and get over there a little bit quicker.
Maybe a good time, maybe a pullback bunt.
Here's the pitch. Down low outside for ball, 2-1. The defense is pushed to the center right. Cheney's almost directly behind the bag, trying to keep Oliver close, but they're shading to the right. Weatherly and Pitts are almost in on the grass. Outfield shaded about normal. Fastball swung and missed by Peterson for strike, or by Roberson rather, for strike, and he's down. He's even on the count, 2-2. Want to try to stay out of the double play if you can. Try to move these runners. Bunting obviously was what I'm sure the ultimate what he wants, but fouled off. They're definitely not going to be. Bunting's off the table now for Roberson, so I'd like to try to hit the ball in the outfield deep enough where you can move these runners if you're not going to get a base hit.
Last time the first baseman at the plate, he ended up hitting into a double play. Just Weatherly wasn't able to dig out the ball, the throw from the second baseman. So,
well, now Weatherly's back deep, so they're trying to keep the ball in the infield.
Or what the discussion with Coach Paulie Castro was about for Robertson.
Here's the pitch. Oh, reach over, rolled it over to the second baseman, Music, who throws it to Cheney. He does get the force.
Well,
Now leave runners on first and third for the third baseman, Rhett Baldwin.
and he ended up getting the out, but he's moving to his left. You would think he would just go with the one, but he does get it out at second. That was just a more difficult play.
Yeah, we've been on first and third with Baldwin here, the dangerous Baldwin. Reached on a walk last time up. One out here, so definitely looking for second and short back, looking for double play ball.
Whoa.
Oh, pitch way in, almost hit him for ball 1-0. If they want to turn a double play, obviously. Baldwin wants to hit it in the air. Deep enough to get Oliver in. That curveball way high. 2-0. 6 runs looks a lot better on the board to Coach Paulie Castro than 5, so.
And 7 will look better than 6,
Yes.
and so on and so forth. That's a pretty good pitch.
Fastball down low, I guess, for a ball. 3-0. Strikes are premium, it looks like today again. Three-0 pitch. Fastball. Cripple pitch up for a strike. 3-1. Baldwin taking all the way. Three-one pitch. In on his hands, fouled off behind the screen. Runs it up to full.
And it's a big pitch here. Strikeout would do wonders for Motlow State, and a base hit, flip side for Cleveland State. So a walk doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but does load the bases.
Might see Peterson take off here, and he doesn't. Poked out, reached, swung by Baldwin over the screen, so he's still alive. I was thinking maybe Coach Paulie Castro would have Peterson running here to stay out of the double play, but we'll see on this pitch.
Looks like he's trying to
Peterson's
get a pretty good jump.
Leaning a little bit. No, he's not going to go. And there's the ground ball, sure enough, to Cheney to Music, to Weatherly for the double play that they needed so badly. And they're going to be in the dugout here for their half of the second. But the Cougs get 2 runs, extend their lead to 5-0, heading into the bottom of the second.
Jake Cheney.
And we head to the bottom of the second inning here for Motlow State, behind 5-0. Leading off is going to be the shortstop, Jake Cheney.
5 runs to Motlow State. That's chump change. They can jump up and snatch that rather quickly with this lineup, and they'll start with this bottom portion.
Mills starts delivery with a strike on the outside corner. If the umpire gives him that outside corner, that's what he's wanting. I can see he could be a whole lot of problem, because that seems to be where he works.
A lot of righties in this lineup.
Swing and a miss again. Big swing, missed for strike. 0-2 now for Mills out in front.
Yeah, similar to last inning. He got the quick out of Nathan Sanders and walk, a single, and kind of got himself into a jam.
Pitches outside for a ball, 1-2. Tried to get that outside part, but it was just way too outside. So here's the delivery and pitch. Way back center field to Mason. He's got a beat on it. And first out, handled rather easily.
Yeah, it looked like he got a hold of that one, but since he's on that outside portion of the plate, that's all the end of the bat. So he's not able to get enough of it.
It's nice to be able to see the center field fence. Last night with those late games, we saw a miraculous play by Chattanooga State's Chile, who robbed a home run from Ball State. And now it's like, during the daylight early like this, it's like the back screen's vivid. And
Yep. It kind of just gets shadowy back there.
Yeah, I mean, it was at nighttime, especially when you 10 o'clock at night or whatever, can be a little bit hard to see out there. 1-1. Works to a 2-1 count here to Patrick Music, the second baseman, the 8-hole hitter. Fouled off again. So Mills has kind of gotten into a bit of a rhythm here for this inning.
Mm-hmm.
Pitching around the zone, making them hit the ball.
Yeah, just avoid the walks.
Changing speeds, doing the things you need to do with a super aggressive hitting team like Motlow.
Good pitch.
Off speed over the top curve, just misses for full count, 3-2. Fastball pushed to first base rather easily, and Roberson's going to touch for the second out. Two quick outs. Takes us to the 9-hole hitter, the right fielder, Paul Rahman. Delivery by Mills, and the pitch golfed in the air. Mason is going to chase it. I think he's going to have enough room, and yes, he's got enough spoon. He's going to bring it in for the third out, and Cougars are quickly back in the dugout, heading into the top of the third. We're through 2 innings now, and the Cleveland State Cougars are ahead 5-0. And we're back up here to the top of the third inning here for the Cleveland State Cougars. Leading off is going to be the left fielder, Cameron Payne. First time up, had a RBI single.
Past 2 innings, they've had the table setter get on, have the Cougars, and that's really led to some offensive explosion. Simple things can lead to that. Let's see if Cameron Payne.
You're right. Hardiman leads him off with a strike. 0-1. Next pitch. Outside. Teaser. Didn't go for it, so evens the count at 1-1. Fastball way outside for a ball, 2-1. Fastball swung through 2-2. You know, I was looking at the conference hitting teams, and actually Cleveland State, for the average, is batting higher than Motlow, which
Wow.
just over 300. Motlow, you know, his slugging percentage is obviously off the chart, but their overall hitting is not. Fastball catches him looking for a strikeout. Good start to Motlow. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Trey Vanderpool, who singled last time. But that'll just show that, you know, sometimes these big slugging teams from the batting average side tend to be lower, but their slugging percentages obviously is off the chart. So, I mean, Cleveland State is the third-ranked team in the conference in hitting, behind Baltimore State and Dyersburg State. First pitch ball, 1-0.
Yeah, they're a patient team. Cleveland State leads the conference in conference play in walks.
Fastball golfed in the left
No
center.
walking
I
there.
don't think Smith's not going to get that. Let's see if he's going to make a play for second. Poole's going to go for it, and he's going to hit it standing
Whoa,
up.
heads up.
Nice double by Trey Vanderpool with one out here.
That's a scary play. Loses his helmet and then the throw to second.
Yeah.
Collins.
Second time we've seen a base runner lose their helmet. It's almost like they're trying to, but that's a safety hazard.
So the Cougars are in business here at the top of the third. And that's going to bring up the 9-hole hitter, the right fielder, Caleb Collins. Struck out last time up. Good aggressive base running by Poole, taking advantage. The ball was hit not deep in the alley. Smith got to it rather easily, but, you know, he was going away in good aggressive base running.
Yeah, he was thinking 2 out of the box.
Yeah, that's how you got to be about that, that's for sure. Hardiman throws the first pitch for a strike to Smith, 1-0. Music is trying to get Hardiman's attention here to make that look again for daylight. Here's the pitch out. The pitch is check swing for a strike, 1-1, or 0-2 rather. So we have one out here. One out here in the top of the third. Hardiman is looking for the signal. 1-0-2 pitch coming up. Teasing curveball, just a little bit too outside. Smith didn't go for it, so 1-2. Hardiman would love to get a strikeout here, keep Vanderpool at second. Collins wants to get him to third. He's going to need to move him over to the right side. And Collins skies it to center. Sanders, I think, has got a beat on it. And he does for the second out.
That's a big out there, but that flips the lineup over, and they have not been able to keep Noah Hill off the base path, nor Brandon Mason. So this is a big opportunity here for Motlow State to exercise their demons.
Definitely so. Hill's definitely had an excellent tournament. Both him and Mason, you're right. They're the table setters. Hardiman's got a base open. But, you know, the next hitter's just as dangerous. So.
And then Oliver's behind them, so pick your poison.
Lazy curveball gets over for a strike, 0-1. A lot of area between first and second open as Music's handling Vanderpool at second base, trying to keep him close. Hitter's delight that likes to go opposite field is just almost like an automatic. especially with that curveball that's going on the outside corner. It's almost just too simple. And it goes daylight, and okay, then the pitcher goes the inside move, and he decides not to go. Smart thing for the pitcher. Once you see that daylight, you need to step off or go. I mean, because you can't throw the ball home. You shouldn't with that fielder committed all the way to the bag. Off-speed pitch catches the corner. Runs the count 2-0-2.
Yeah, this umpire is letting you throw it outside to the right-handed hitters, and Hardiman's did a nice job of locating that off-speed pitch. He's really found a groove with it.
0-2 pitch coming. And a ball. Oh, nice play by Cheney. Gets the throw to Weatherly just in time, and Cougars are going to hit the field here. We're through 2.5 innings. Score stays 5-0 Cleveland State. All right, and we're back here to the
Number 20, Nathan Sanders.
bottom of the third inning here. 5-0 Cleveland State. Going to lead off with the top of the order here, the center fielder, Nathan Sanders. Sanders flew out to Baldwin at third base last time up. Mills starts him off with a curve for a strike, a 1-1. Nice curve again for a strike. 0-2. I think Mills starting to get that curve feel. That's what you want. Now he can make that second pitch. Ball in the dirt for a ball. 1-2. Crowd starting to come in, and notice that the Dyersburg Eagles have made it in with those bright red tops, and they're working out on their hitting in the tunnel over there. So everybody's getting ready to start working their way towards that 1 o'clock game coming up after this one. 1-2 pitch. Oh, a nice pitch by Mills. Over top curve, gets Sanders looking at lefty on lefty there. Good start to the inning for the Cougars. Brings up the second baseman, the dangerous hitter, Ball McIntosh. McIntosh walked last time up. Fastball low for ball, 1-0. Curveball in on the corner for strike. 1-1. That umpire, you're right, is being very favorable. A little bit pitcher's up, I like to say. Likes to stretch that plate. That black gets a little bit stretched. Oh, check swing for a strike there by McIntosh. Good pitch by Mills to the off-speed. I love those umps back in the day that would give me that little extra black on each side, you know.
Good pitch.
Nice pitch. Mills was walking, strutting off a little bit, and he didn't get the call. 2-2. And be careful there, although umps get a little bit testy about that. But
Yeah,
you
they
know
don't
what?
like it. That's been called before.
Yes. Fastball for a strike. Catches McIntosh looking. 2 straight strikes there outs for Mills, and we'll bring up
Now for bat
the first baseman, Troy Weatherly. Weatherly got his, I believe, his first hit of the tournament last time up. I think we have to go back and look, but I don't know. I don't remember.
I think he's gotten maybe a couple singles.
Okay.
Nothing really extra base.
Fastball down low and in yesterday, or for a ball. Yesterday's more vivid to me. I'm just trying to remember if he did, other than that big swing foul ball.
Yeah, that's the play that I remember from him.
Mills hangs the curveball a little high and out for a ball. 2-0. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Big swing, foul tip, 2-1. Swing and a miss. Evens the count, 2-2 on the board with two outs. Triple twos. Swing barely fouled off there by Weatherly with the big swing. Mills comes up with the delivery. Hit hard to first though, but Robertson's going to get it. Gently tag, and that'll take care of the bottom of the 3rd for the Bucks, and the Cleveland State will head in the dugout, and we're still at 5-0 Cleveland State after 3.
Now the plate.
And we move into the top of the 4th inning for the Cleveland State Cougars. Leading off is going to be the center fielder, Brandon Mason. Mason's got 2 singles to his credit.
Yeah, one of them being a bunt single, the confusion for the previous pitcher, Harmon, jumping over the ball and Pitts and him having a discussion, but speed kills, and that was an example of that.
Harmon, that pretty good hit ball there. I don't think it's got enough of it. He's going to chase Smith back, medium depth, and he's going to catch it for the first out.
Yeah, gave it a ride, no win, so he's not getting any help from that department, but just not enough, and that was the first pitch. It was a pretty good one to hit.
That'll bring up the 3rd hole hitter, dangerous catcher Hunter Oliver. Good start for Motlow. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, if you're Cleveland State, this is not the time to start swinging and getting early outs on early counts. You got to start working the pitcher, getting quality at bats, trying to draw walks, and taking advantage of bad pitches.
Oliver takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Hardiman spins one in a little low for a ball, 2-0. Fastball in the dirt that McIntosh could not come up with, and it's going to run the count to 3-0 on Hunter Oliver. Fastball, 3-0 fastball over the plate for a strike, 3-1. Oliver glove of Pitts. It was a line drive. Pitts had to jump barely, but he wasn't able to come up with it. We'll see what the call is. It's probably going to be a hit.
Yeah, they ruled it a single.
Ruled a single.
That was a scorcher.
It was a scorcher. I think Pitts got a little bit of a glove on it, but
Yeah.
you know what? It was hit hard.
That's a
And
tough play.
It's a reasonable to think he couldn't come up with that. And that will work us to the cleanup hitter, Logan Peterson, who had a base hit last time up. So they have a runner on first. Hardman's going to deliver. Spinner a little high for ball 1-0. Game's kind of settled now a little bit from the first couple innings of craziness.
Uh-huh.
You know, we're kind of getting now into a flow, which we like to see. Ground ball to Pitts is going to take it. He's going to get the force out. Music not in time to Weatherly. Good job by Pitts getting the ball to Music in time to force off Oliver.
It's a couple of times there they're making the not as easy play. They are getting the lead runner, and it's worked both times, but when you kind of gamble that way, you don't always come out on top.
Definitely. It's most important to get that lead runner if you can get him, and Pitts was committed to that from the get-go, and that's what you have to be on the third base doing that play. You have to know that's what you want immediately. Curveball spinning, not a bad pitch there, I thought. Just off the plate, I guess, not enough black. So Roberson's out in front of the count, 1-0. Swing by Roberson in the alley between Rahman and Sanders. That's going to go to the fence. I believe that's going to score. Yes, that is going to score. Peterson, stand-up double, and that'll make the score 6-0.
Now, number 23, Rex Baldwin.
Double for Roberson. Drives in an RBI. And they'll bring up the third baseman, Rhett Baldwin. Baldwin hit into a 6-4-3 double play last time up. Pitched by Hardman, the spinner. For a strike, 0-1. 6-0 Cleveland State here in the top of the fourth inning. Still with a runner on second, trying to get additional runs in here. Ooh, nice pitch. Curveball in the outside corner. Did not get the call. Thought that was a quality pitch. It didn't get the call. 1-1 here with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Another spinner, hard hit to Music, the second baseman. He'll gather it into Weatherly for the third out, but not before Cleveland State tacks on another run and brings us to the bottom of the fourth inning for the Motlow State, down 6-0. And we're here back up to the bottom of the fourth inning here for Motlow State, behind 6-0. It's time to get going for the Bucks if they want to get in this thing here. They don't want to get too deep. Brings up the cleanup hitter, Colin Smith, the left fielder. Smith hit to the pitcher last time, 1-3 on a hard smash. Mills is going to deliver. 1-1 is the count. Fastball down the dirt. Takes the count to 2-1. Mills with the pitch. Fisted hard up the middle for a base hit. Good start for the Bucks. Ball comes back in. And that'll bring up the third baseman, DeAndre Pitts, who walked last time up. Mills, the stretch, fastball high for a ball. 1-0. It's looking for something that can hit hard, stay out of the double play. Mills bounces one in the dirt, so he's behind 2-0 in the count. Don't want to get back in that groove where you're getting behind hitters consistently. Two-0 pitch coming up here to Pitts. Down low, 3-0. Here we are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Mills has kind of been in a good groove here the last couple innings. Find the touch on his curveball and kind of spotting his fastball well, but getting himself into a bit of a mess here. Fastball for a strike, 3-1 now. Motlow's dangerous anytime with their lineup. They get a couple runners on base, they can spray the ball around easily. And fastball's outside for ball, and that'll take runners on first and second. Now we'll get a visit by the pitching coach for the Cougars. Probably just having a brief discussion, say, hey, we need to get back in our rhythm. Do the things that you do well. Don't try to overexert. Don't try to be a different type of pitcher. You've got a 6-0 lead. Pitch to contact. Pitch to contact and let your defense do the work for you. Let's roll a ground ball. Try to turn a double play here. Easier said than done a lot of times, but that's what I'm sure the conversation was. We'll get back into the bat here with John Mangini, the DH, who struck out last time up. It's an opportunity here for the Bucks to get back in this game. Only 2 hits on the day to 10 for Cleveland State. Here's the pitch by Mills, outside with the fastball. He's lost his touch with the fastball. No wind. Flag is dead right now, hanging. No movement at all. Swing and a miss on a fastball by Mills. 1-1's the count. As I mentioned, we've got a game after this at 1 o'clock featuring Chattanooga State, the 7th seed versus the 4th seed Dyersburg State Eagles in an elimination game. And after that, we'll see the 2 winners left of this tournament, Walter State and Ball State. Oh, attempted a bunt there, which fundamentally is the thing to do at this juncture with this type of situation by Mangini, but he stabbed at it and was not able to come up with it. We've seen Motlow State yesterday try to do some bunting, but weren't very successful at it. So
I've seen a lot of poor bunt execution from a couple of teams this week, and had some winter stuff right there.
yeah, working in the fall. 1-2 is the count.
Pitch.
Oh, he got the curveball on the outside corner and got Mangini looking. Big out. First out there for Mills. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Jake Cheney. Cheney flew out to center fielder Mason last time up.
Number 22, Jake Cheney.
Fastball fouled off by Cheney into the parking lot. Looks like we're starting to get some activity at the softball field. I guess they're down to, what are they down to? Do we know 4 teams now, or is it down to even lower than that? This is going to be the last day of the softball tournament, I'm told.
Yep. Walter State's undefeated. Chattanooga State's still playing. I think they're playing Dyersburg potentially later today.
Fastball or curveball misses down low for ball.
But Walters is undefeated still in that tournament. Both tournaments.
Walters, I believe, was the 2nd seed. I know Chattanooga State was the top seed going in the tournament, but they took a loss in the first game. So they're working their way up the ladder. Looks like a changeup that was outside to Cheney for a ball. 2-1. Cheney, the 7-hole hitter for these Motlow State Bucks from Tullahoma, Tennessee, just on the other side of Mont Eagle Mountain. Fastball up.
Yeah, just set that aside for a brief moment. In my experience out there, that Motlow dugout is getting rowdy and loud.
They do ride the emotion of the game at the moment.
That's right, and they're getting some encouragement to their teammates, and they're trying to get in the heads of the Cougars here. Cooper Mills is a lefty.
Fastball outside again, and he does walk him, and that's going to stir some excitement in the Bucks locker or the dugout area. You're right. The Bucks are known to, if you keep the Bucks bats under control and keep them off bases, they tend to be very quiet over. They'll be quiet over there, and they feed off emotion, similar to what we saw last night with Volunteer State.
Mm-hmm. That momentum, they get those swings.
Yeah, they become a lot of extra boosters, yelling and all that, and that's to be unnerving to the fielders and everybody. So, swing and a miss by Music, the second baseman. Got runners on all around the place. First, second, and third. One out here. Big moment for the Bucks to get back in this game. Swing, foul tipped right back to the screen, so he was on it. Just missed it, but he's behind in the count, 0-2. Pitch by Mills, fouled off again. Good battle going on here, 0-2. Grounded to the third baseman Baldwin. Goes, he dropped the ball. Second baseman dropped it. It was a hand. Should have been handled. Baldwin threw to the second baseman Hill, who just mishandled it.
I had no explanation for that.
1 run's going to score.
I don't know what happened there. Hit the back of his mitt, the netting and the web, and just wasn't able to squeeze. Another situation where went for the lead runner rather than the one at first. And that time it didn't pay off.
So we got a 6-1 score, bases loaded still.
Now number 18, Paul Rahman.
It's going to bring up the right fielder, Paul Rahman, who flew out to center field last time. So The merry-go-rounds can start here now a little bit for Motlow State. Mills is looking for that ground ball. He'd like a little bit hit harder than the last one. That last one was not going to be a double play ball, but he would have loved to have seen the force out, giving up the run, but the force out, but he didn't get that. Fastball outside, call for a strike.
I wonder if that ground ball, if Baldwin was able to have maybe a play at the plate. It was kind of an in-between hop and some good speed on first or third base at that time, but he elected to go to second, and he had him. It was just a matter of making the execution.
Fastball in the dirt for a ball, 1-1. Yeah, he had to go a little bit to his left, couple steps. If he got it, he would have had to make the spin throw. I mean, I can see that. It looked like he wanted to go to second all along.
Yeah,
so
did,
it's kind of like that. If you know you want to go to home, you go. You do it in your mind immediately. So he was committed to doing the second, and he made the right
play.
Throw and all that. Just didn't get the result that he needed from the second baseman there. And there's a swing and a miss, and that gets us to 2-2 here with one out. Rahman up. Mills looking for a quality pitch here. Hits a ground ball to Hill. Throws it to Vanderpool, who's going to spin it now. Not in time. One more run's going to score. They do get another out. Makes the score 6-2.
That's why we talk about how it's so important to add runs to your lead if you're Cleveland State. This situation like this, if you're at 5-0, now it's 5-2. That's a little different from 6-2. So if you're the Cougars, you want to get out of this situation, go back to the bats and try and get on base and keep building. But if you're Motlow, blow this thing open.
Back up the top of the order for the Bucks. Nathan Sanders, center fielder, who struck out last time.
Homered yesterday, and a 3-run home run, so he's familiar with this, and that would make it a 1-run game. So he may not be swinging for the fences, but looking for a gap definitely.
Curveball down low. Some activity now in the Cleveland State bullpen. Don't know if that's number 16, Brock Browning. 16, Brock Browning, a right-handed pitcher from Knoxville, Tennessee. We'll see what happens here. Grounded hard down the right field line, foul off the side screen. Some of those Dyersburg State Eagles were trying to reach down and grab it. I don't think that's very smart. That's how you bust a finger or whatever, and that's the last thing I know that Coach Robert White would want to see happen. So count goes to 2-1, but you're right. There's a big run on third. They'd love to get that run in, cut the lead in half, but really feel you've got a lot of baseball left to be played. 6-2 sounds a lot better to the Cougars than 6-3.
Yeah.
So here we go with the 2-1 pitch. Hanging curveball way high. Fortunately, it was out of the zone. That wasn't a good curveball, but it was high enough that it wasn't going to be reached for by Sanders. Dangerous Paul McIntosh on deck. Sanders gets on. Either way, you're going to have runners, multiple runners on with
tying
McIntosh up, and that would be very dangerous.
Yep.
It's dangerous right now. Sanders, as you said earlier, can go deep. It's lefty on lefty. 3-1. Fastball on the corner. That was a good fastball there.
Yeah, that was.
Sanders took it, so we're full. Runner on first will be going on the pitch. Roberson's playing back, which he should. He's going to keep him close, but he's going to get back deep once Mills commits. Yeah, I don't think he wants Rahman to get too huge a lead. Because he is running on the pitch. At the stretch, here's the pitch.
Good pitch.
Good pitch by Mills. Big curve. Has Sanders looking. Cougars will take that, get off the field. But we are through 4 innings now. Motlow struck back for a couple runs, and it's 6-2 Cleveland State. And we're back now. Start at the top of the 5th inning. We're heading into the back half of this ball game. 6-2 Cleveland State, rather. Starting off for the Cougs at the plate is going to be the left fielder, Cameron Payne. Payne struck out looking last time and mixed that in with a RBI base hit at the beginning of the game. Cougs would like to get back on the hitting trail here. Don't want to get too complacent. Here's fast or curveballs for strike, 0-1. You don't want to get too complacent now and just kind of trying to protect your lead. I think that's what happened with Columbia State yesterday, and it ended well for them.
Yeah, big inning here for the Cleveland State because if they can, add 2 and that erases what Motlow State did, or even just add 1 or get some runners on to work a pitcher and get a new situation. So the Cougars have an opportunity here, and it all starts with a leadoff hitter.
Yep. Fastball misses, and there he's behind in the count, 2-1. Mills did a great job of getting out of that inning.
Kind of took all he had.
Big disaster there coming. And Payne swings through a fastball, 2-2. Hardeman's done a good job. I mean, now he's come in, he's kind of settled. Once he got in, he's given up just 1 run, but I mean, he's kept the bats under control for the most part. And he's just trying to give his team a chance to get back in this game.
Yep.
Curveball spins out way high, lost control of that. So we're up to a full count. Wants to pound the zone here with something to make Payne hit the ball. Fastball reaches and hits it to Cheney, the shortstop, who throws it easily to Weatherly for the first out.
Motlow State's been relatively defensively clean, other than the Weatherly drop at first base. But other than that, the middle infield had a lot of trouble in Game 1. They elected not to take in and out here before the tournament. A lot of trouble before Game 1, but now in Games 2 and now 3, they've looked fairly clean. It's just a matter of can they sustain that as we go forward.
That brings up the shortstop, Trey Vanderpool. Poole had a double last time up. Well, he's actually 2 for 2. He's having an excellent day. He had a double last time up. Really a nice shot into left center field. Spinner for a ball, 1-1. Fastball challenged there. He swung and missed for strike, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Spinner for caught him looking for a strikeout for the second out of the inning.
That's what you want if you're Motlow. Get a couple runs, try and go 3 up, 3 down. And
Caleb Collins comes up. Right fielder, the 9-hole hitter. You're right. One in and out because you got your boppers coming up here the next time and coming in here. So, yes, Hardeman's doing the job. Fastball way high outside to Collins for a ball, 1-0. Collins way out in front, drives the ball over towards the bullpen area. picked up. Curveball. Yep, okay, topped, foul. Like Collins.
It looks like Cleveland State's having trouble picking up those off-speed pitches out of Hardeman's hands. A couple of bad swings at some curveballs and changeups.
Collins, a sophomore from Ottawa, Tennessee. Just outside over here near this neck of the woods on the east side of Chattanooga.
From Ottawa, I wonder what high school he went to. Probably Ottawa High School.
Ottawa, and they call them the Owls, right?
That's right, Ottawa Owls.
Ottawa Owls.
Ottawa.
Oh, golf swing. I guess they felt like he touched it. It was a very good swing. Now looking at their rosters, not as many kids from around Chattanooga area than you would think from Cleveland. From Cleveland,
Some ring gold.
a few couple ring golds. Yes, that was a ball. They'll even count 2 and 2.
A lot of Knoxville area.
A lot towards Knoxville and that area, I guess. Coach Paulie Castro's just like all the other coaches in the conference are stretching their geographic range of recruiting. And we're at a full count now to Collins with 2 outs. Fouled off behind the screen. Kids are looking for schools all over the country these days. It used to be back 20 years ago or past that you kind of stayed in your geographic area. Fouled off again over our heads you, for a variety of reasons, but it was very rare to see a player go to a college out of state or out of region.
Yeah.
Golfed almost fair right down towards the tarp. Of course, there wasn't as many junior colleges. The junior colleges have really spread in number over the last 20 years or so. So there's a lot more options for the high school player to find a place to play. And he misses with the curveball. Collins didn't bite. And he'll get that walk. Bring us back to the top of the order.
The walk brings to the plate.
With the second baseman, Noah Hill. Grounded out to short last time up. He's dangerous. Shown a little bit of pop for a leadoff hitter too. So let's see if Coach Paulie Castro has Collins on the move. Maybe a hit and run here with 2 outs, or a straight steal. Try to get. McIntosh has got a very good arm. Fast or a curveball for a strike, 0-1. We've seen McIntosh's arm, and it's very accurate. And he's going to have to get a good jump if he is going to be on the move. Pitch is taken down the right field line into the foul area. He had the idea, bounced off the screen and handled over there near the picnic area. Tents are wide up and everybody's. I don't see any smoke going from barbecue. I guess that hasn't started yet. What time do we have? We're only at 11:30. I keep thinking we're around 2 o'clock. Bounced down the line past Coach Paulie Castro. I keep thinking we're already past the lunchtime. We just live at this place. We didn't leave till 12:30 past last night, and we were back here at 8:45 because it felt like we just kind of transitioned back into this.
That's right. Sleep in tomorrow. No game till noon.
Curveball teased, but he missed for his ball. 1 and 2. You're right. First game tomorrow will be at noon, and that'll be nice to be able to sleep in a little bit and do that. So
Hopefully, tells me there won't be hospitality tomorrow.
No. There's the 1-2 pitch. Hammered between short and third out to left field. Smith's going to handle. Nice swing by Hill. Once again, continuing to add to his excellent tournament numbers.
These are the kind of situations you need if you're going to win a game in the tournament, these 2-out rallies. And good job by Collins, draws a walk on a 3-2 count. Base hit by Noah Hill, now moves the line along, and he got Mason up, who's seen the ball well. So Cleveland State kind of got something brewing here, and if they could find a run, that would be enormous.
Brandon Mason up, who's had an excellent turn as well. You're right. Flew out to left field last time, but he's got 2 hits prior. He takes a big cut, misses it. He was looking at that curveball and wanted to take it and drive it in the alley. Big hole in the alley, right center field. Center field shaded a little bit to the left field side. So anything towards the scoreboard is going to run for a long time. 0-1 pitch here with 2 outs. Curveball floating the outside for a ball. 1-1. Need to be careful for the pitcher because Mason is aware of trying to go that direction. Obviously, I'm to look at. They want to go inside, but they're going to see. Looks like he's setting up middle still. Oh, ball hit down the first base line. That was close. Definitely foul. Motlow State players chasing each other to get it.
What's that about?
I don't know. It's like a game of tag or something to get the ball. But they were sprinting, and I was waiting for one of them to go face plant right into the bullpen area.
So you pull a hammy.
Yeah. 1-2's the count here with 2 outs. Hardiman's getting ready to deliver. Ball in the dirt. That's going to be a pass ball. Wild pitch, and that'll advance the runners. Second and third. McIntosh wasn't able to come up with the ball. Ball was in the dirt, but McIntosh was not able to smother. Now he's definitely going to be cognizant of that pass ball here now.
Definitely a base hit, scores 2 with the speed of Hill on second base, and now this is starting to kind of shift back towards the Cleveland State dugout in terms of momentum. You get 2 quick outs, and now next thing you know, you got 2 runners in scoring position. You got to be pretty happy with how that's going.
2-2 pitch.
Fouled off.
Fouled off. Mason was aggressive on that. Just missed it, but he fouled enough of it to get another chance here. Hunter Oliver, the dangerous Hunter Oliver on deck. He's got 2 base hits the last 2 times up, so I'm sure Hardiman would like to get Mason here. And he does. Fastball on the inside corner, catches Mason looking. Strands 2, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 6-2, Cleveland State. And we're back into the bottom of the 5th inning for the Motlow State Bucks. Leading off is going to be the 2-hole hitter, Paul McIntosh. So, once again, they're entering into a portion of the lineup that can produce quickly some offense. Major offense, for that matter.
Yeah.
Mills comes to the delivery, big swing by McIntosh and misses. He just flat missed it. I don't think that ball was on the plate. I mean, he just overswung.
Looked like McIntosh was thinking major offense on that swing.
Yeah. Another big swing on the inside pitch. Can't tie the game up yourself with one swing. You're down by 4, but he's aggressive. Now he's down 0-2. Oliver's going to go out and talk to Mills quickly and see maybe how they want to do this 0-2 pitch.
They've thrown two appear to be fastballs.
Yeah.
They swung through. Definitely want to throw it. Don't want to throw it right over the plate. So I don't. We'll see how they want to try to finish off McIntosh. See, Chat State. Some of the players are in the tunnel now, starting to begin their process of getting loose a little bit with the swings.
Looks like they're going to be wearing the gray uniforms today, the Tigers.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fisted off. These teams now have so many different assortments of uniforms,
Yeah.
and we certainly have seen Motlow State. There's a vivid amount of, we saw the bright yellows yesterday. Today's more of a subdued green, and I like that. I do like the tops, the green with the yellow numbers. Fisted foul. I think that's going to go out of play with the gray pants. You know, a little bit more pleasing to the eyes. And,
Yeah.
you know, yesterday was very vivid. Hard to see the numbers for me, you know, because the bright
the white.
yellow.
Yeah. And they were white numbers. Yeah, they were something, all right.
Cleveland State's with the navy blue tops. I guess that's navy. Is that what you call navy?
That right there, that's the Carolina blue.
Carolina blue. That's
Yeah.
okay. Carolina blue.
With some navy mixed in.
0-2
Carolina blue.
pitch. Yeah, with the white bottoms. Yeah, I like that. You know, it's
Simple.
fastball high for a ball, 1-2. And the fastball gets him on the outside corner, looking by McIntosh there. Disappointed, I'm sure. Heading back to the dugout. That'll bring up the third hole hitter, Troy Weatherly.
First baseman, 28, Troy Weatherly.
It's 2 strikeouts for McIntosh today.
Yeah, back to back here. Yeah,
Both looking.
Weatherly's up, grounded to the first baseman unassisted last time. Hit prior. So here we go.
Good pitch.
Good pitch by Mills on that teasing curveball. He just, obviously, I guess it was a little bit outside. Didn't get that pitch like he would like. Another curveball that misses. 2-0. Skied up into left field. That's going to stay in. Vanderpool go back. Payne's coming in. And he's got it for the second out. Sky high fly ball.
Major League pop-up.
Handled easily by the Cougars, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Colin Smith. Smith has got a single to his credit. 1 for 2. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Fastball foul directly back. So Mills is back ahead in the count, 0-2. Yeah, I think the League Tigers are getting ready to play there. Looks like the white unis are warming up. I don't remember who they're, I guess they're playing Dyersburg State, but ground ball on the 0-2 pitch through the hole between first and second. Hill was not able to get to it. Good piece of hitting by Colin Smith, and that'll be a 2-out hit. And they'll bring up the third baseman, DeAndre Pitts. Pitts walked both times today. Mills pitched foul tip ball behind us by Pitts. 6-2 is the score here, the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss on a nice pitch inside fastball, a little bit off change. Mills does a good job of changing a little bit of speed up and on his fastball. I can see that already, where his success during the year has been. Fastball low and away, 1-2.
Fastball up at 2-2. Yeah, Coach Paulie Castro had said a couple days ago that he was experiencing some twinging and all that, so I'm sure he good to just take a couple of Advil and just say, hey, we got to go out, we need you.
Yes, sir.
And he's rising to the occasion here. Ground ball foul down the third baseline, heading towards the bullpen, and they'll go chase it down. It's amazing what a couple Advil will do for you, or Motrin, or whatever that is, to kind of soften the twinges and the aches and all that are.
That playoff adrenaline also.
And the playoff adrenaline, yes, knowing your season could be over. And he catches him looking, Pitts looking for another strikeout. And the Bucks are out for the inning, and we've gone through 5. 6-2, Cleveland State. And we head into the top of the 6th inning. Leading off for the Cleveland State Cougars is the catcher, Hunter Oliver. Oliver's 2 for 2 for the day. 2 base hits the last 2 times up. Rolls over a ball towards Pitts. Pitts is going to pick up. Safe. Bang, bang play, but he was safe. Now a good start to the Cougars inning. 3rd hit of the day for Oliver. That'll bring up designated hitter, number 15, Logan Peterson. Peterson's got a hit to his credit today as well. Hardiman comes to the stretch. Ball's hit to the shortstop for the force out. That was kind of bizarre. It looked like a piece of the bat, the end of the bat rubber came off. When the ball was hit, you could see that flying in the air, kind of like a broken bat. Cheney was not distracted by that and was able to get to the ball, find it, and make that turn, force out on second. So that's going to bring up the first baseman, Joey Robertson. Robertson had an RBI double last time up. Robertson's got 33 walks on the year, batting .328 for the year. Curveball spinning over his head, not a good curveball. For a ball, 1-0. Hardiman's done a good job though coming in here. He's stopped the avalanche of hits, walks that began the day for Cleveland State. Curveball outside low for a ball. 2-0. Runner on first here for Cleveland State. .2-0 pitch coming. Outside for ball, 3-0. 3-0, 1 out here in the top of the 5th, or top of the 6th rather. It's an elimination game, as I've mentioned earlier. Loser heads home for the year. Fastball inside, 3-1. Loser heads home. Winner waits till 7:30 tonight to play the winner of the next game between Chattanooga State and Dyersburg State.
Fastball catches the plate. 3-2 to Robertson. No activity in Motlow's bullpen. Everything's quiet on both sides. The game's kind of settled into a flow now. Pitchers have done a good job now taking over things for the most part. And Allmer's off, but fisted off Robertson's bat, foul. Coach Policastro was trying to stay out of a potential double play by running Oliver, hoping that Robertson would be able to make contact, which he did, but it was just foul. Here we go with the 3-2 pitch. Fouled off again down the right field line. Oliver was not running on that pitch. Three-two pitch, he's off. Fouled off again. Hardiman had an excellent ERA this year, 2.05. Averages just over 9 strikeouts per 9 innings in his average. He had 26 innings, just 15 hits, 6 earned runs, 10 walks, which is excellent for 26 innings and 27 strikeouts, almost a strikeout an inning. 3-0 record, so kudos to Chandler Hardiman. Had an excellent year, and he's doing the job. I believe what I've seen so far, he stopped the momentum here a little bit, and he's going to give his teammates, the hitters, a chance to get them back in the game. Down by only 4 runs here, but in the top of the 6th. 3-2 stretch coming, and here's the pitch. Poked out to right field down the line. That's going to be at least a double. That might score Oliver. Rodman's going to get it, get the ball in. Now, going to hold. So now we've got men on second and third.
Now batting 22, Brett Baldwin.
And that'll bring Baldwin up. I'm sorry, that wasn't Oliver. It was Peterson that was on first base. So we got men on second and third with Brett Baldwin up. 1 out. Big opportunity for Cleveland State. Infield is in. Motlow State infield in. They're going to try to want to stop a run here. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-1's the count to Baldwin. Seven to 2's the score. Fastball up and in. Nearly hitting. 2-1. Timeout called by Coach Dan McShay. Talked to Hardiman. Six 2's the score. On the meeting here by McShay with his pitcher. Got some activity. Motlow's bullpen. Submariner number 33, Justin Parker, who we saw yesterday, doing some work, getting ready. He did a good job yesterday against Columbia State.
Big opportunity here for the Cleveland State Cougars here to add a couple runs. Get those 2 runs back that Motlow got earlier. Here's the pitch. Lazy curveball that didn't get any bite. Way inside, so it's now 3-1 here with 1 out. Good hitters count for Baldwin. Be selective here, something he can drive. 3-1 pitch. Nice curveball. Baldwin laid off, probably the right idea. Wasn't the pitch he wanted. So we got a full count, bases. Open base at first. Here's the pitch. Ooh, right on it though. Fouled it right back to screen. That tells you that he was right on that pitch. Just got under it a little bit too much. Here's the pitch. Fast or curveball high and a walking. Loads the bases here for the left fielder, Cameron Payne, who is 1 for 3. This, easy to say, a big moment here for Motlow State. Cameron Payne batting .277 for the year, and that's going to bring the visit out for Dan McShay, and it's going to be the end for Cameron Hardiman, and we're going to see a new pitcher come in. It looks like it's going to be Justin Parker. And we're back here, and the new pitcher's Justin Parker, freshman from Huntsville, Alabama. Parker pitched yesterday, did a really good job. Submariner pitched in, had the most appearances on the staff, 17, with just 2 walks in 20 innings. Outstanding there with over 11 Ks on the average per 9 innings. His ERA is 3.92, which is very, very good. So he's a submariner that they're looking for a ground ball, turn a double play, and get out of this mess. He's going to face Cameron Payne. Big opportunity, to say the least, for the Cougs here. Break this thing wide open. Submarine fastball. Called strike, first pitch. Pitch coming up here by Parker. Inside, swung through, and that's the deal. That's what Parker we see, is that's the downward motion of his fastball coming from the sidewind is going to dive and going to dive into the hands of the right-hand hitter, and they're swinging over it. And that's what we saw yesterday from Columbia State. So Parker way ahead in the count, 0-2 here with 1 out. Here's the pitch. And swung through for strike 3. So Parker comes in and does his job. Gets 2 outs and brings us to the 8-hole hitter, the shortstop, Trey Vanderpool.
Trey Vanderpool.
Pool's got a couple hits to his credit, but he struck out last time up. So Motlow's defense is back to normal depth. Shaded normal. Fastball low and in for a ball, 1-0. Vanderpool is a sophomore from Tacoma, Georgia. .1-0 pitch coming. Off-speed pitch misses in, so 2-0. So Vanderpool's ahead the count. In a good count here, could be selective. No place to put runners for Parker. 2-0 pitch. Nice pitch by Parker on the inside. Black catches 2-1. Had to have that pitch. So we're 2-1 here with 2 outs, bases loaded for Cleveland State. Here's the pitch. Swung over. Fastball. 2-2. 2's across the board here. Two pitch coming up here from Parker. Fouled off defensively. Vanderpool's staying alive. Good battle going on here. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch is fouled off into the parking lot behind first base dugout. McIntosh is going to go out and talk to Parker. Get straight on where they want to go now with a 2-2 pitch. This is the pitch he wants. He doesn't want to run it to a full count because runners will be running. So this is the go-to pitch he wants Parker to make happen right here. Stretch. Here's the pitch. Fouled off again. Vanderpool's hanging tough. Hanging tough. Here's the stretch. 2-2 pitch coming. Dissed it out to right field. Is that going to fall? Rahman tries for it, doesn't get it. That's going to bring 2 runs in. Seeing eye double from Vanderpool. Gets those 2 runs back that they gave up earlier.
Number 8.
That's a big, big play right there for Cleveland State. It's going to bring up the 9-hole hit. I take some of the wind out of Motlow's there. I mean, they were right close to getting out of that inning. But those 2 runs back that they got a couple innings ago, losing those back hurts. Back to a 6-run lead. Caleb Collins up, the 9-hole hitter. Walked last time up. Boy, just a pitch away from getting out of that. Fouled off again by men on second and third. Youngkins once again can't describe enough. That was a great job by Vanderpool, fighting off, waiting for the pitch that he could kind of do something with, and hit just a flare enough that Rahman couldn't get to in right field. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. Baseball, so many times the wins and losses are about inches between catches and where the ball's at the plate. It's amazing. Squeezed out by McIntosh. Not far enough for the runner to advance. 2-1 with 2 outs here. Top of the 6th. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Strike 2. Caught him looking. 2-2 pitch coming here to Collins. Right up the middle, off the pitcher. He's going to get him. They're not going to get him. That run's going to score. 2 runs it's going to score. Hitting right off the pitcher. It's now 10-2. Cleveland State. Hard hit, base hit off the pitcher and couldn't get to it in time. Brings up the top of the order again, Noah Hill. Base hit last time up. Fastball strike. The inside for get him ahead in the count, 0-1. Lefty warming up in the bullpen for Motlow. Grounder fisted. Cheney gets to music in time for the force for the 3rd out, but not before the damage is done. 4-run inning. Gets us to 10-2, Cleveland State. Here we are back up to the top or bottom of the 6th inning. And Genie flies out deep to Mason to start off. That'll bring up the shortstop, Jake Cheney.
Now batting number 22, Jake Cheney.
10-2, Cleveland State here in the bottom of the 6th. Fastball rolled foul by Cheney for a strike, 1-0. Grounded to Vanderpool. Oh, bad hop. Bad hop over Vanderpool's head. We've seen that happen a few times here in the tournament. So Cheney will reach on a hit. And that bring up the second baseman, Patrick Music. Music reached on a fielder's choice last time. Music's a freshman infielder from Ardmore, Alabama. Ball 2, kind of close. Music batted .319 this year. 13 doubles. That's ball low and away for ball 3-0. Pitch called strike. 3-1. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And that's away. So a walk is coaxed by Patrick Music. So they have runners on first and second. They'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Paul Rahman.
Now batting number 18, Paul Rahman.
Rahman's a redshirt sophomore from Charlotte, Tennessee. One out here in the bottom of the 6th. Looks like Motlow State has lefty warming up, as well as Cleveland State now has a righty getting loose. Number 16, Brock Browning. Looks like he's getting loose. I don't know what the pitch count, but you know, Hooper Mills has thrown some good amount, whatever with his shoulder problem that he's has developed. They're going to keep an eye on that, especially with this lead. Here's the pitch. Fastball low for a ball, 1-0. Pitch. High, 2-0. So Hooper Mills is has kind of lost his feel now. He's walked the last batter and had a hit before, so he's got men on first and second and 2-0. He's digging himself into a bit of a problem. Ball hit to right field. Collins under it easily. That's going to tag. Get to third, but leaves the runner first, so we have men on first and third.
Now batting number 20, Nathan Sanders.
Brings up the top of the order, the leadoff hitter, Nathan Sanders. Another one of those moments for Motlow State, trying to climb the ladder. It's when you got to produce here with 2 outs. Sanders batting .260 on the year. Here's the pitch coming up by Mills. Curveball up for ball, 1-0. Sanders is a freshman from Smyrna, Texas. Or Smyrna, Tennessee, rather. I'm sorry. Just south of Nashville. Fastball outside for ball, 2-0. Ball up again, 3-0. Be careful here. The dangerous hitters coming up afterwards here, starting with McIntosh. There's a strike, fastball, and a 3-0 pitch. Three-one pitch is outside for a ball, and he's walking. Bases loaded here with 2 outs. That'll bring up Paul McIntosh. Bases loaded here with 2 outs. Honestly, one of these moments, we talked about it, but this is probably, could be the big moment here for Motlow State. They couldn't ask for have a better run producer up at the plate with bases loaded. They're down by 8. One swing here could cut that deficit in half. More hitters coming behind him. Mills to the stretch. Curveball misses outside. 1-0. 1-0's the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Ball 2, 2-0, a little high. It's amazing when you start walking people, that plate shrinks up even more. Umpire's not as gracious with outside corner pitches. He is in a spot right now. Ball is 2-0 pitches fisted. It's going to be to Collins, nice and easy, and that's a missed opportunity for the Bucks. Hooper Mills gets out of that big-time jam, and that's going to take us through the full 6 innings. Score remains 10-2, Cleveland State. And we move up to the top of the 7th inning. Got a new pitcher for Motlow State. Number 9, Jace Carvel, sophomore from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. He's been in the tournament already. Lefty. He's going to face Brandon Mason to start, center fielder. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. 0-1. Mason's had a really good tournament. He's also 2 for 2 today. Made some nice plays in the field. Fisted off down the third base line. Pitts is going to get it, make the long throw to first, and gets him with a bang bang. Nice play by Pitts.
Now batting number 28, Hunter Oliver.
That brings up Hunter Oliver, the big swinging catcher. First team all-conference this year for Cleveland State. Just under it to left field. A little bit short. We'll see a long run for Smith, and he gets it. Good play by Smith. That ball was hanging just high enough for him to make the long run. Brings 2 outs. I was about to say Oliver's had 3 hits today.
Number 15, Logan Peterson.
Here's the DH, Logan Peterson, another first-team all-conference select for Cleveland State. Here's the pitch by Carvel, high for a ball, 1-0. So Carvel's come in and done the work here real quick, get outs quickly, get his guys a chance to get back in. There's the first pitch, or second pitch strike on the inside corner, 1-1. Top of the 7th here. Fastball low and down and low for ball, 2-1 to Logan Peterson. Curveball low and in for a ball. It takes the count to 3-1. Peterson, freshman from Chickamauga, Georgia. Ground ball to short side, right through the hole. That'll be a base hit. Smith will get it in. So Peterson gets that base hit. Number 2 for him. Brings up the first baseman, Joey Robertson. Robertson's got 2 doubles to his credit. The lefty's up. 2 for 4. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Tantalizing curveball, just misses the corner, so it's going to be 1-0. Carvel comes to the stretch. Powers a fastball by him. For a strike, 1-1. Quick throw to first to keep Peterson honest. Nice curveball, froze him there for a strike, 1-2. Started that curveball right at his shoulders there, and Robertson backed off on it. 1-2 pitch. Checked on it. Didn't go far enough, so it's going to be 2-2. We'll see if Coach Pauly Castro has Peterson running here. Don't think so. He doesn't have a big lead, but we'll see. Nope. Strike 3 on the off-speed pitch. Had him frozen. Now we get Motlow back in the dugout, and we're at the 7th inning stretch here at Chattanooga State. 10-2, Cleveland State. And we move into the bottom of the 7th inning. We've got a new pitcher for Cleveland State. Brock Browning comes in, the right-handed pitcher, freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee. Browning has only got 13 innings in on the year, but a nice K to 9 ratio, 10.54, so he's got a little bit of velocity here. We're going to see how he handles this Motlow State lineup because he's going to get ready to face the 3-hole hitter, Troy Weatherly, the first baseman. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So here we go. First pitch coming up by Browning, takes the signals. Fastball low and out for ball 1-0. 10 runs, 17 hits, 1 error for the Cleveland State Cougars. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Motlow State. Ball down low, 2-0. Great job by Hooper Mills coming in today and shutting down a potent Motlow State lineup. Curveball that gets in for a strike, 2-1. Came in and really did a nice job. Held the Motlow State Bucks down to 4 hits, 2 runs, and 6 full innings. Another curveball that has Weatherly swinging. Miss. 2-2. Two pitches low into the dirt for a ball, and I'll take it up to a full count, 3-2. Three-two pitch. Fisted foul behind the screen by Weatherly. Keeps the count full. Weatherly trying to battle. They need base runners, and a lot of them. Get things going here. They got 3 innings left. Just like yesterday, they kind of were in the same predicament. Fisted to Vanderpool at shortstop. Makes the throw easily, and he got the first out.
Now batting number 22, Colin Smith.
One out here in the bottom of the 7th. Brings up Colin Smith, the left fielder. Ball's hit up in the air in right field towards Collins, and he's going to make the play on it easily for the second out. 2 quick outs. And that's what you want when you're a new pitcher coming in, for sure. You've got the big lead. You just want to pitch to contact, make them hit the ball. Not a bad looking off speed pitch. Didn't hit for a strike. 1-0 here to DeAndre Pitts, the third baseman. Fastball low for a ball. 2-0. Here with 2 outs. Strike on an off-speed pitch. 2-1. I don't think Pitts liked it, but umpire explains where he thought it was at, and that's that. So, 2-1 coming up. Now that was a really nice off-speed pitch. Had him frozen. Started it off right there at his hip. Brought it back in. 2-2 here across the board with 2 outs. Browning's getting ready to make the pitch. Here's the pitch. Same curveball that Pitts got a better swing at. Fouled it off into the parking lot. Count remains 2-2. Fastball low and away for a ball, 3-2. Remember, you can follow us on the Twitter. Every half inning, being posted to keep you guys abreast if you're not able to be watching us here live on YouTube. Uppercut swing fouled off for foul. Count stays full. Fastball golfed into left field for a base hit. Payne's going to get the ball back in quickly. So a base hit for Pitts.
Now batting number 10. John
Brings up the DH Joe Mangini. That Twitter address, once again, is at TCCAA Region 7 BSB. Follow us on that. Communicate, let us know how things are going, and we'll give you the update every half inning on what's going on here if you're not able to watch. First pitch strike, swinging by Mangini. So Browning's ahead, 0-1 in the count. Got a good following going. We appreciate that. Off-speed pitch down and low for a ball. One and one's the count. We appreciate, I know we've got a lot of people viewing right now, and I've got hopefully a lot of my family and friends from all the way back in Pearland, Texas and the Houston area are listening in. If you've got some free time and you like baseball, you're following along with me all this way in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Ball's missed by the catcher. He's going to come back. He's going to make a throw. And he got him. Slid late by Pitts. That's how the game's gone for Motlow. That ball went right back to the catcher, Oliver Gundy Mound. So we're through 7.5. Oh, no, I'm sorry. We're through 7 full, 10-2, Cleveland State. And we're moving into the top of the 8th inning. Leading off for Cleveland State, the third baseman, Rhett Baldwin. Baldwin walked last time up. You know, I was saying, you got a lot. Oh, there's a ball hit to center field. Kind of drives back Sanders, but he's under it easily for the first out. I was saying, hopefully get some listenership from some of my friends that all the way out in Texas. Oh, this time of the year I love personally because it's tournament time here for especially junior college. We've got tournaments beginning this weekend in our part of the world over there, Region 5 and Region 14. My old team, McLennan Community College, will be participating in the Region 5. It's going to be held in Grand Prairie, Texas. First pitch strike to Cameron Payne. Next pitch is also a strike. That's going to be an 8-team tournament from Region 5, both the west and the east side. Fastball ripped in the alley. Rahman is going to get to that easily for the second out. But my old team, McLennan Community College, is going to be coming in there, I think, as a second seed from the north. We want to wish them luck, but there's going to be some excellent teams there. Grayson Community College, Cisco Community College, these are teams that are in the top 20. Curveball bites there for Trey Vanderpool for a strike. Another strike. And then the Region 14 on the east side, more towards Houston area, San Jacinto, who's I think the 5th ranked team. They're trying to make another trip up to the Grand Junction, Colorado for the World Series there for Junior College Division I. And having the privilege to play there 2 years back in my years at McLennan, that is the place, is just the ultimate place to have a World Series. And any kid that gets the chance to play there, it's a privilege and it's a lifetime memory. Strike 3 to Vanderpool, caught him looking. So Motlow State's coming into the bottom of the 8th. We're down to 6 outs for them. They need to make some things happen and happen quick. 10-2, Cleveland State. And here we go to the bottom of the 8th inning for Motlow State. First hitter is going to be John Mangini, the designated hitter. 10-2, Cleveland State. Brock Browning still out there. First pitch is a ball. I was talking about that YouTube page. It's 2018 TCCAA Region 7 baseball tournament. Fouled off. Evens the count 1-1. You go to that page and you can catch the live now videos of each game, bracket, get the information you need for both baseball and softball. Fouled off. So even if you're not necessarily from this area, but you're into baseball, is even more so into college baseball, and at this level, you want to catch some games on your device, go to that, and we'd love to have you listening in and watching with us. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for the first out. That'll bring up the shortstop, Jake Cheney. Cheney had a single last time up. I know I'm rambling about that, but I, for one, am a connoisseur. Love this time of the year. Being the next player, I'm into junior college. That's the thing for me. 0-1. And I'll watch any region on the stream. Doesn't make a difference what part of the world it is. So,
Nice.
strike 2, 0-2. It's great that we've got this kind of technology now where you can watch games that you've never gotten a chance to see unless you were there to see live in person. Ground ball up the middle to Vanderpool. Kind of bobbles it, and he ain't going to have time to make that play. So that's going to be an error. Cheney's going to reach, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Patrick Music, who walked last time up. It's the first error for Cleveland State. They've played fairly clean, and that's what you got to do, especially as you get late in the tournament. Music's up. Walk last time. So you got one out. Browning's looking for the ground ball. Foul ball fisted over the backstop here. So he's behind the count immediately. Curveball hits the spot. 0-2 is the count. So Browning's come in, has done a good job of throwing strikes. That's what you got to do when you got the big lead. He's trying to get across the finish line here. Fastball punch foul towards the fieldhouse area off the wall. So Music is staying alive. A little bit of activity in the Motlow bullpen. Checked. Did he not? Did he go? No. 1-2. A little bit of activity. Looks like number 17, Dallas Bryan from Motlow. Getting loose. Curveball golfed into left field. Payne's going to pick it up and get it back in the infield. So Motlow's got something going here a little bit. First and second with one out. He's going to bring up the right fielder, Paul Rahman.
Now batting number 18, Paul Rahman.
Rahman's over 3. Looks like we're going to get a pitch runner. Oh no, let's see. Yeah, pitch runner for Music, Trey Baez. He'll probably come into play for him because he's the second baseman. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. First and second, one out. So another opportunity for Motlow State to try to scratch back in. Fastball in the dirt. No movement. Don't want to risk being thrown out. You got an 8-run deficit. You do not want to have those kind of outs.
Stay in your zone, 16. You got this 1-6. Stay in your zone.
Browning is behind 2-0 in the pitch. 2-0 in the count. Good. 2-0 pitch. Strike on the fastball. 2-1. Two-one pitch coming. Browning spins a curveball right there. Catches Rahman looking. 2-2. Got a right-hander movement in the bullpen for Cleveland State, number 10. Oh, no. Yeah, looks like number 10, Noah Peterson. Warming up a little bit. Fastball, sinking fastball, catches Rahman, swinging for a big second out. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Nathan Sanders, center fielder. Walked last time up. Browning getting ready to make the delivery.
Good job.
Oh, nice pitch there, just off the black. But good pitch, tantalizing there. Sanderson go. 1-0. One and 0 pitch coming up. There you go. Got an outside curveball nibbled on the black. 1-1. One pitch. Outside corner swung through for strike. 1-2. 1-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning for Motlow State. One-two pitch coming up. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Oliver's going to throw there. Big strikeout for Motlow State. They've left runners on base, and that I'll come back to look at that. That'll get us through 8 innings full. Score stays the same, 10-2, Cleveland State. And here we are back up to the top of the 9th inning. Leading off for the Cougars is 9-hole hitter Caleb Collins, and he takes a ball off the leg there for a hit by pitch. Things started here for the Cougs in the 9th inning. Man on first, then I'll bring up the back up to the top of the order.
Number 7, Noah Hill.
Noah Hill, leading off hitter. Got a couple of hits to his credit today. Curveball inside for ball, 1-0. Baez has indeed taken Cheney's place at shortstop. Cheney's moved over to second. So music is out. Line drive to Baez. Nice play. Nice play by Baez, who just entered into the game.
Now batting number 3, Brandon Mason.
Brings up Brandon Mason, the center fielder. He's got a couple hits also. One out here in the top of the 9th. 10-2 Cleveland State. Carvel delivers. Flare out to right side towards the bullpen of Motlow State. It's going to go out of play. 0-1. 0-1 delivery. Carvel checks him over to first base. Fisted towards the second baseman, Cheney. And they're going to say he did have possession of the ball when it hit the runner. That is interesting. That is interesting on that call. He said the runner, I believe, used his hands kind of to dislodge the ball. So he's going to give him that out. Coach Paulie Castro is going to talk to the umpire about it, but it's not going to make a difference. So we're going to move to the bottom of the ninth innings. Now or never time for Motlow State. Cleveland State up 10-2. And here we go, the bottom of the ninth inning. Last chance for Motlow State to save their season.
Now batting number 27.
Leading off is going to be the catcher, Paul McIntosh. McIntosh has been 0 for 3 today, a couple of Ks. Brock Browning still on the mound for Cleveland State. Curveball for a strike, leading off 0-1. Don't forget, the next game, probably an hour later, will be Game 10, Chattanooga State Tigers versus Dyersburg State Eagles. Eagles coming in fourth seed. Tigers are the 7th. Fisted foul behind the home plate. Get the count 0-2. Chat State came and had a disappointing loss last night to Ball State, 8-6, and Dyersburg beat Jackson State in a very good game yesterday. They had lost the first game on the first day, surprisingly, to Cleveland State. So Dyersburg State is very dangerous. Two-time defending tournament champion conference. Ball won 1-2. Made that special trip to Grand Junction representing the East Central District last year. So they have several players back from last year's team, so they are dangerous. So it's going to be a lot for Chattanooga State to deal with this today. Ball's golfed by Vanderpool at shortstop. So Motlow State has their first runner on. And that'll bring Troy Weatherly, the first baseman, up. But as I mentioned, it's going to be a lot for Chattanooga State to deal with. They're a young club, a lot of freshmen, no excuses, but a lot of freshmen. So that game will be coming up, and the winner of this game and the winner of that game will play tonight at 7:30. Umpire's checking a little bit with the Motlow State dugout. I don't know exactly what that's all about. Coach McShay is talking to the umpire. Now he's going to walk over the dugout. There's been some issues during the tournament with some of the banter coming out of that dugout at times. So he's talking to the dugout. I don't really know what he's doing. Well, here we're back to reality now. So here's Weatherly. Swing through on an off-speed pitch for a strike, 0-1. Here's the pitch. Down low, off speed. One and one's the count. That ball is skied in the air. Oliver's looking for it. Oh, and right in front of me in the seats. Good catch it. Right about 5 rows in front of us. Hopefully it didn't hit the lady that's sitting there. That was sky high. We should have caught. We got I think softball girls over here. They didn't want any part of that. So 1-2's the count. 1-2's the count to Weatherly here with nobody out. That ball was golfed into the bushes here on the left field line. Straighten that out, that's gone, but it didn't, so it's a foul ball. Oh, 2. One, two's the count. Oh, nice pitch. He wanted that. He wanted that. That was close on the outside corner. He didn't get it. 2-2. Browning was looking for that. I think Oliver was too. Trying to sell it. The umpire wasn't buying. 2-2 pitch coming up to Weatherly. Strike 3. Swung through it. That's one out here in the 9th. That'll bring up the left fielder, Colin Smith. Fastball or curveball in the dirt for ball 1-0. And that's a high drive to right field. Collins has clamped over it. He's got it for the second out. And they're down to 1 out left in their season. 2 outs here in the 9th inning. And that's going to bring DeAndre Pitts up, third baseman. 1 out left in the Motlow State season. It's been a good season for them. They finished their 37-16 regular season, probably one of the best seasons they've had in many years. Much to be proud of. Off-speed pitch catches the inside corner for a strike. Finished second in the conference this year, 18-8. So I'm sure looking forward, they're feeling good about adding on to this year, building on it. Fastball for a strike. 0-2. Pitts didn't like it, but they can argue about it all you want, but not going to change. Here we go with an 0-2 pitch. Nice location on the 0-2, right off the outside part of the plate. Nothing the Pitts could have done with that pitch. It was off the black. 1-2 location. Here we go. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. McIntosh thought about it. No sense in even doing it. You're down 8 runs. Good job by Oliver blocking the ball. One 2-2 pitch coming up. Boy, that was close. Close to take with 2 strikes, but umpire calls it a ball, so we're at a full count. McIntosh will be on the go with full count, 2 outs. Well, good take by Pitts. Gets the walk. It's going to bring the designated hitter Mangini up, John Mangini. He's had the sombrero, though, the 3 Ks. It's a hitter you don't want to have on a day, but got a chance to redeem here a little bit. And that's a pass ball by Oliver. 1-0. Trying to regroup here a little bit and get across the finish line here. Sometimes that last out is always the toughest one. I shouldn't say sometimes, it always is. Especially in these situations, in tournaments. The anticipation is so much. Cleveland State wants to move on to play tonight. Keep the train rolling. Foul ball directly behind us. A lot of work to be done. If winning this game, they still are looking and having to win as many as 4 games to come all the way through the bracket and win this tournament. Over the next 2 days, 2.5 days to do that. Off-speed pitch misses outside. Ball 2. Get in that loser's bracket, and it is a long haul. Strain on the pitchers. Strike 1. Depends so much on getting offense. You need so much more revved up offense to offset some of the depletion in your pitching staff. So, and the pressure in the field, you just can't. Your margin of error just is maximized. You can't make mistakes that maybe you could during the season. And that's it. That is it. Hanging curve, taken for strike 3, and that'll end it right there. Cleveland State's very happy about that, obviously. The final score of that game is going to be 10-2, Cleveland State. Cleveland State will move on to play tonight, once again against the winner of the next game between Chattanooga State and Dyersburg. We appreciate the viewing, and we hope that you guys stick around. That game 10 will probably begin in about an hour, approximately probably 1:45 to 2 o'clock. It's Mark Dennis. Thanks again for viewing, and we'll see you hopefully next game.